Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Shop Talk Tuesday Live. Uh, First off, I want to say really sorry about last week and the connection. And DK says, "What happened with your connection last week?" Well, what happened with the connection was because we have DSL internet, digital satellite link. It was really windy outside, and it just dropped. I have no idea why. I tried to reconnect it for about 15 minutes, but no luck. So, just to get started back where we were, I think we were going over some questions from you guys that you guys had any questions about seal coats and things of the sort. Jeremy P says hello from Indiana. So first off, guys, I want to say thank you for hanging out with us this evening, and let me know where you're chiming in from. Shoot a comment down in the comment section. And I do have a few cool things to share with you this evening, as well as trying to catch up. If you guys remember what your questions were, try to send them back to me so I can answer them. Okay. Tema says, hi, thanks for all the videos. Very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Janice Hall says, do I need to use release wax on MDF? So Janice, yes, you have to have some sort of mold release when using MDF, whether that be Tyvek tape, house wrap tape, packaging tape, or some tape or something like that with a mold release, a wax or something on top of it. I would not suggest using MDF and then just putting wax on top because it's very porous. It will soak up the epoxy. Pepper West says, evening everyone from Austin, Texas. And DK says, hi all from Foxborough, Massachusetts. And Tim says, I'm about, what is that, 2.25 northwest of Richmond, 25 miles. That's pretty close. That's really close to me. I'm also about 30 minutes from Richmond. I can hear my baby screaming in the in the background. So I wanted to get back with you guys, and first things first. I don't remember where we left off really with the seal coat thing. Tim says 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours away. Sorry, no, that's all good. Janice says you're awesome from Jamaica. Wow, that's awesome. Hey, how are you, Janice? Man, that's really far away. It's really cool to see people from different parts of the world on here. It's such a great and awesome community. If you guys have Facebook, search the Goodview Woodworks community. It's a private group on Facebook, and all you have to do is just answer a couple questions and apply. All it is say join. You click join, and I will accept you into the community group. We have lots of people there. I think we have over 230 members now, and we all post pictures and answer questions. It's a really cool group. And then last week we were talking about seal coats. Somebody asked what I'm referring to as seal coats is not on the surface, but on the river bank. If you're doing a river table, it's on the edges where the bark was, where the river or where the big void is going to fill. And so we always, if you're going to do an epoxy finish on the top, we do want to seal the top edges. That way you don't get bubbles in your finish. DK says, have you ever used stones inside a river table to make it look like a river? And do you think there'd be problems with bubbles? So there's actually a couple of guys on the community group, if you go over there, that do river rocks all the time. And I've never done river stones or anything, river rocks or like anything like that, but they can chime in. Either you can coat them, but you have to make sure you use the right casting epoxy so it has time for the bubbles to rise out of there. Anybody that's okay, see, Pepper West says not if you cast your rock. So if you cast, you don't have to worry about bubbles. So as long as you're using casting epoxy, it takes a while for it to cure, cause the bubbles to rise to the top. So if you guys know, I like to use Incredible Solutions casting epoxy. I also like Stone Coat Countertop Supercast. That's also a great product. But guys, I really wanted to show you something. Sorry if it seems like it's all over the place tonight. I just want to show you. So if you, I haven't posted any videos of the ring box yet, but I did take this out of the mold. So I used a piece of black walnut, small pieces I had left over, and I cast it. This is a board that I'll be making a ring box out of. But I used, obviously I planed this side down so it's matte, but I used Goodview Woodworks Toucan pigment, and I want to show you the color changing effects of the pigment. So I don't know if you can see it there, but it changes from green to purple. There we go. Green to blue to purple. It's really, really pretty. One of my favorite pigments. So as you can tell, you can kind of see it here. You can see you got purple and green going up through here. It's going to look really cool when I cut this up and make it into a ring box for my cousin. So if you guys want to go to the Goodview Woodworks website at www.goodviewwoodworks.com. You click on the pigments, and that pigment is Toucan. We have 4 color changing pigments. Toucan is one of them. It's also Beta is another one, and Parrot, and the last one, shoot, I forget the name of that one. Let me see here. We got so we got Toucan, we got Beta, we got Macaw, and we have Tetra. Those are the 4. I don't have a picture of Tetra. It's new. It's not out yet. This one is Tetra right here. I don't know if you can see the color change a little bit, but it's more of a gold to blue. It's like a blue to green color change. This is Macaw. It's more like purple and blue. Let's see if I can get the color to change a little bit. It's really hard on these samples. There we go. But what's funny is it looks blue in the camera, but it looks pink. It looks purple to me. So this one changes from a blue to a purple. This one from a gold to a green, and then that one's Tetra. Toucan is what I just showed you on the ring box. It's a purple to a green, and then Beta, which is it's purple to orange or gold. So I can get it to change a little bit. It's like a coppery color. Yeah, there you go. You kind of see it at the top of my hand here. It turns to a coppery color at the top. So anyway, those are the 4 colors that we have that are color changing. You can check them out. The only one I don't have is Tetra. Second star to the right says, can you make cedar finish plugs with Toucan pigment? Yeah, I would assume you could. I don't see why you could not. Andrew's Custom Build says, getting ready to make my first epoxy coffee table. Can't wait till it warms up. Gonna go pick up some live edge walnut the next couple weeks. Can't wait. Oh, that's awesome. Andrew's Custom Builds. That's super cool. Black walnut is one of my favorites. DK says, nice. Keith says, how strong is the bond between the wood and resin? Keith, that is a great question. I'm glad you asked. If you do it properly, it's a very strong bond. The problem comes if you try to seal those edges where the river is going to be, you won't get a strong bond, and especially if you don't epoxy the whole entire table. If you wanted like an oil finish where the wood is able to breathe and expand and contract due to temperature in your house, it will separate from the epoxy. However, if you don't seal those, it won't separate. It's a really strong bond. Oh, so second star to the right says fishing plugs. Um, so yeah, yeah, I'm sure he totally could. Patrick Holman says, "Have you any for colorblind people chilling at work watching your stream on my break?" Hey, Patrick, what's up, man? It's been a long time. Uh, so yeah. I would assume that you would just have to ask a friend and see what color it is, or get those glasses, Patrick. I think they have those red green deficiency glasses, so you can see the colors. Renee Porter says hello from Virginia Beach. Hello, Renee. Hey, mom. How are you? um, Pepper West says I'm trying to get some overflow off of a 2x8. It's pretty strong. So Pepper, I'm not sure exactly what you mean there, but yeah, but if you could be more specific, that'd be great. Hopefully you're talking to me and not commenting to somebody else in the comments. All right. What I also wanted to bring up is in the month of April, we will be doing a giveaway, and I don't have the date set yet, but we'll be giving away a 1.5 gallon kit of Stone Coat's Supercast, Stone Coat's casting epoxy. So anybody that's in the U.S. will be doing a giveaway with that. Just to kind of give you guys a heads up, it's just going to be like the video, comment and share the video, and of course be subscribed to my channel, and you'll be entered to the giveaway. So it's really cool. I think that's about $150. That's about $150 worth of epoxy. And I will be also throwing in some Goodview Woodworks pigment. So you guys, if whoever wins, they'll get their choice of colors, and I'll send like 2 or 3 colors out to you. So it's going to be a really cool giveaway. I'll be doing a video on that later. So just kind of keep a heads up on that. Pepper West says, I had a spill. I'm heating it up, and it's not hard with a hot scraper. Okay, I got you. So Pepper, you're talking about the bond being strong. So she's saying that trying to get some overflow off of a 2x8, it's pretty strong. So she's trying to get the epoxy off of a 2x8, and she says the bond's really strong. I got you. I get it now. Second star to the right says, can you use epoxy to bond wood with metal? That is a good question. Yes, you can, as long as the metal is sanded and scuffed up. You can get a pretty good bond. All right. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to shoot them over to me. I want to kind of give you a heads up on some of the other things. So we're actually finishing up the coffee table, the curly cherry coffee table. My friend of mine will be finishing that up this week, and we'll have a video coming out for you. We also have that ring box video that I've been recording that's coming out, and we have some other really cool things that are coming up in Goodview Woodworks. So if you guys haven't heard, we are working with Incredible Solutions Epoxy, and so we are 426 Rich says, evening all, how you doing 426 Rich? Just so we're working with Incredible Solutions Epoxy. They're going to be providing us some casting epoxy. So I do have some other really cool, I have some experiments I want to try while promoting their product. One of them is to see what happens if you fully encapsulate wet wood, and by wet, not like sopping wet, but something that's freshly milled. So that is an experiment that I want to try. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited for that one. Also, we're going to be working with, I ordered some carbon fiber. We're going to be doing some carbon fiber rivers on starting small scale, like a cutting board. And that's going to be really cool. I'm really excited for the carbon fiber. Andrew's Custom Build says, any recommendations on which epoxy I should use for my first table pour slash build. So Andrew's custom builds. What exactly are you building? Is it um, a river table? Is it just a slab with epoxy, like an epoxy top coat? Let me know what you're doing. I could be a little bit more help. Um, it says Iron Man Metal says top of the food chain, homie. Okay. Sorry, right. My dog is running around the house. I didn't know what was going on. Um, Iron Man Metals. I really appreciate that. It's a good work, young man. I really appreciate that. Um, and so Andrew's custom build. So if you're building a river table, I would recommend going with Incredible Solutions casting epoxy. It's called liquid plastic. They have it on Amazon. It's one of the lesser expensive epoxies, but I've used it several times now, and I really like it. It's one of my favorites. The thing is, it takes about 3 days to cure before you can pull it out of the mold. But what's good about that is that the bubbles will rise out of the epoxy. It has time for them to rise and not get trapped in your project. So that it gets a really good bond. It soaks into the wood really well, and also doesn't have any bubbles. So it's pretty awesome. I really like it. And the trick is that after you let it sit for about a day, it'll be like thick honey. And at that point, if you wanted to swirl your metallic pigments, you can at that time. And so, uh, if that's what you're looking for, a swirly pigment, at that time, that's what you would want to do. So hopefully I answered your recommendations and things. But let's get to Iron Man's question or comment. He said, I've tried the floral epoxy for table casting from the epoxy resin store. It's 90 bucks a gallon and a half. It's pretty good. Okay, so there you go. There's one that's about 90 bucks for a gallon and a half. Iron Man, I've never actually used that type of epoxy. Let me ask you a question. How thick can it be poured? So most epoxies, they like a coating epoxy or a top coat, whether that's a countertop epoxy or a tabletop epoxy, you can only pour about an 1/8 inch thick at a time. Most casting resins are between 1 and 2 inches thick at once. Keith says, have you ever done a step-by-step on a project using supercast to flood coat some some info? A little confusing. I'm ready to start projects, just not sure on the finish coats. Okay. Yes, I have done it, guys. If you go back on my channel, I have a table that I built for a yacht, and I used Stone Coat Supercast. I also have done a conference table where I use Stone Coat Supercast, and I go step by step on both of those. The conference table I do an oil finish, and the yacht table I do an epoxy finish, and so I go step by step on both of those. So check out both of those series. My goal here is to teach you guys as much as I have figured out on my own, and I have tried my best to go literally step by step. But if I miss anything, that's what Shop Talk Tuesday is about, is asking questions. So getting back to Iron Man, he says that particular resin you can pour 3 inches no problem, which is pretty good because because that 3 inches is really thick. Most epoxies, Incredible Solutions, you can also pour 3 inches. They don't recommend that. You have to cool it. But Iron Man says the name is very deceptive, but it takes about 2 days to fully harden, and I really dig it. See, there's a lot of different companies out there, and you know, it's always good to try something. That way we can all be helped in the long run. So Second Star Right says Halloween project zombie trapped in a river table. That'd be pretty cool. Hey, little fun fact about me: I'm actually afraid of zombies. I get nightmares of zombies. I don't know. I don't get nightmares about anything else, but zombies scare me. It's really weird. So yeah, there's that. James Taylor says, found the trowel on Amazon, waiting for them to come in. Thanks for the help. Hey, James, no problem at all. Yeah, they're pretty inexpensive. I like the plastic ones because you can kind of bend them a little bit, peel that epoxy right off, and use it. Second Star of the Rice says, "Thanks for opening up." Yeah, man. Yeah, that's me. Um, how I am here, live or whatever. That's exactly how I'm in person. So I'm pretty open book. You kind of know where I'm at. Pepper West says, "I'm pretty sure I dated one." Wow, that's crazy. That is really scary. How did it work out, Pepper? Obviously, it's a dated, so not very well, huh? Keith says, besides Stone Coat products, what else do you use? Keith, great question. I really like Incredible Solutions epoxy. Um, they have a really great casting epoxy. It's called Liquid Plastic, and you can find them on Amazon. So if you go on Amazon and just type in Incredible Solutions casting epoxy or casting resin, it'll come right up. They sell it in 1.5 gallon kits. They also sell it in 3 gallon kits. It's really great. It's a little bit less expensive. So for the 3 gallon kit, it's about $225. But if you type in Good View 10, you can get 10% off. So you can use my discount code GoodView10 to get 10% off of that. So obviously 10% off of $225, $22.50. So it's a one-time use coupon, but go over there to Amazon and click it and go get you some. Iron Man says, have you ever had experience with inexpensive epoxy yellowing? There's been a lot of chat on Facebook forums. Yes, yeah, definitely. So I used what is that? Marine Pro Marine epoxy, and I did a pour, and it did yellow. Now it took a really long time. It took about a year, but I had it on the side. The epoxy on the side of my refrigerator had magnets and stuff, and the sunlight was shining through the window, and the pigment was a pearl white, and it's now a very light pearl yellow. So yes, I have. What's cool about the Stone Coat products, though, especially their countertop epoxy, is they have UV inhibitors in it to keep it from yellowing. And just so you guys know, if you guys search online, polyaspartic is a coating that you can put on epoxy to keep it from yellowing. So you guys can check that out. Andrew's Custom Build says, thanks for the help. Just found your channel. Really like your content. Hey, Andrew's Custom Builds. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching. If there's anything, if you guys ever have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Feel free to just shoot me something on Facebook or Instagram at Goodview Woodworks, or also you can go on my website, and at the bottom there is a place to send me an email if you need to as well. Jordan Woodwork says, what's up, bud? Hey, Jordan. Hey, man, I've seen some of your turning stuff. Looks really good on YouTube and things like that. So what's going on, man? Congratulations and good job on your videos. Dave Scott says, thanks for all the info. Do you get what you pay for? So I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but yes, generally speaking, you get what you pay for. So some of the more expensive epoxies like Epoxy, great epoxy, really, really good. They're a little bit more expensive, but they also have a great product. Chill Epoxy, I've heard good and bad reviews on that. And also, I would say Stone Coat's a little bit more expensive, but it's also a really great product. But yeah, you do get what you pay for. Jordan Wimmer says, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man, I appreciate you too. Melanie says, I'm sorry, late to the party. No problem at all, Melanie. Hey, just remember, every Tuesday night we go live here on YouTube at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time. So you can always check us out Tuesday. If I am going to miss it, I usually send out something on the community tab, either on YouTube or the forum on Facebook. So guys, go check out the Goodview Woodworks community group on Facebook, and you can see some updates there as well. And then Keith says, have you used polyacrylic on any of your work as a finish? So like polyacrylic, yes, I have actually, and it works well. You just have to scuff sand the epoxy to 220, and then you can use your polyacrylic on top. Works fine. Tamayo 19A says, "Yes, hello. I've been here, just been cooking." That's awesome. Hey, what are you cooking? My wife just made an awesome meal tonight for us. She made some tuna steaks and with some slaw and some rice. It was really good. Some lime rice. It's delicious. So we had a great dinner. So guys, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. Post them up real quick. We're gonna start winding down here from Goodview from the Shop Talk Tuesday. So if you have any quick questions, go ahead and post them really quickly, and then I'll try to get them as best I can. Tamayo says chicken and rice with steamed veggies. It sounds delicious. Jordan Woodwork says sounds excellent. Love salmon. Yeah, we're pretty good. We love seafood over here too. Well, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you all being here. Once again, this is a kind of a way for me to give back to the community. You guys have been supporting this channel by watching and sharing my videos. Do me a favor, hit that like button if you haven't already. That way it'll get posted up higher in the queue. But really, this is my way to give back and answer as many questions as I can. Iron Man, I really appreciate the super chat. That was great. I can use as many of those as I can get. The ultimate goal here would be to go full time. However, it's all up to the Lord when He wants that to happen. And so I'm really trying. I'm really pushing for that eventually. But you guys are awesome, and thank you for supporting this channel. So we do have, really quick before I get out of here, we have some giveaways that are going to be happening, so I can give back to you guys, and we have some really cool, interesting projects coming up as well. So guys, don't forget, when you watch a video, click that bell and to ring the bell, but you have to go down and click all notifications so you guys can get notified that I post a new video. So guys, you guys are awesome. Real quick, Ferguson Woodworks says, "What's up, buddy? What's up, Ferguson Woodworks?" But with that being said, guys, thanks for hanging out with us tonight, and I will catch you on the next one. I will see you at the end of this week. Bye.